You might know me from my run for U.S. president. I'm running for governor of Ohio now. But at my core, I'm actually an entrepreneur. I love to found companies, especially ones that are contrarian, that run in the other direction from where the conventional pack is running. My first business is a company called Roivant. Today, 11 years after founding it, it is one of the small handful of companies, of biotech companies in the 21st century that's exceeded a market cap of $10 billion, which is where it is today. But how did I build that business? It was identifying drugs, identifying medicines that the rest of the pharma industry had ignored in areas like women's health, endometriosis, uterine fibroids, a rare genetic disease in kids where kids die by the age of 3 if they're not treated. We developed medicines for those disease areas and several others that are now FDA-approved products helping people, but that otherwise would have never seen the light of day had we not actually taken those risks where the rest of the pharma industry was too afraid to do it. Does that involve risk, including the risk of failure? Sure. That's the way success in entrepreneurship works, is you got to be willing to fail on certain projects to succeed in others. That's how I built that first business, Roivant. Now, to me, that's not a one-off. That is a formula for repeated success. Again, be contrarian and be right. And I've done that in other sectors as well. Another business I founded is one called Strive, that when the entire financial services industry was running towards environmental and social issues, ESG, I founded Strive saying, no, we don't do things the ESG way. We do things by doubling down on capitalism. Build an asset manager and a financial services company founded on success, founded on the American founding principles of merit and capitalism. And it turns out people flocked to that business. Strive is now also a publicly traded over $1 billion company today, including with a focus on Bitcoin. And the third business I founded, very similar story. It's called Chapter. It focused on connecting older Americans who were served up Medicare plans that weren't right for them, but instead using their actual personal attributes that they provided to connect them with the Medicare plan that was correct for them. That's a private company, but now valued at well over $1 billion too. So this is in a short decade, I've had a chance to found multiple billion-dollar-plus companies, one of which is a $10 billion-plus company. And the way you do it is provide something of greater value to your customers than the cost it takes for you to deliver it. That's what true capitalism is about. It's the greatest system known to man to lift people up from poverty. And I understand a lot of young people are cynical about it, or skeptical about the American dream. Maybe hearing me talk about these stories and wonder, how could that be me? That isn't something that I could do. Here's my advice to you. Yes, you can actually. It takes patience. It takes ingenuity. It takes tenacity. But if you're willing to understand something that's broken, if something annoys you in daily life, go home, write it down in your notebook. At the heart of that is probably a really good idea that somebody can pursue. And then you got to ask yourself, where are your unique skill sets? What has God given you that is unique to you? And where does that match with building that business in that area where the rest of the industry isn't looking? Believe it or not, if you stick to it and stay tenacious, most of you will find that opportunity. If not to found your own business, to find a job that allows you to succeed anyway. That's how we lift people up, not through victimhood, not through being jealous of somebody else's success, but instead creating a country where our young people are actually able to participate in it instead. And that's what I'm looking to create in my home state and hopefully provide a model for the rest of the country.